again, and you can see that we've got this same live webcam in Italy. It's got the same cube showing up again. Well, I've did a little research and see we got the QR code also. You can tell by that QR code. That QR code looks really similar to like the cubes that are showing up in here, because the cubes that show up on the live webcam, they are in really different orders. And then if you throw in that, if you throw in the matrix cube right here, adjacency matrix, the matrix cube, the vertex slices, it looks like you got some kind of a matrix things going on right here. Hello, and good afternoon. It's 2:33 in the afternoon here in Salem, Indiana, Eastern Standard Time on February the 18th of 2024. And we've been to the webcam taxi, and we've looked at this particular live webcam from La Pinita. La Pinita. You can see it right here. Let's go to the La Pineta. And we can we'll see it. I mean, there's no denying it that it's on there. See, here you go. Here you go. You got some of the matrix from the live webcam here at the Tarquinia live webcam right there. Look at the layers. There is definitely different layers that are showing up in here. And it's when the sun rises and stuff, this starts taking place on this particular webcam. There have been instances of it on Table Mountain in Cape Town, South Africa. They just showed up in like one single row, but this is getting a little bit too much now. When you look into it, how they're showing up, and the black and the white and the different variances of colors, it seems like they have different layers upon them. They really do. And this is like, I think this is like one something in the afternoon. That's me. One something in the afternoon. So 1:52 in the afternoon, and it's the correct timestamp. But then look at this. Look at this right here. Now, before you say that's just a camera malfunction, okay, that's fine. We can have a camera malfunction. Hello and welcome. You can have a camera malfunction. Why not? Why not? Why not have a camera malfunction? We can do it. We can do it. We did do it. I'm going to come over here, and we're going to look at some previous things that shown up. By the way, this showed up from somebody's video right here. This thing was flying around in the sky, and you can see, I mentioned this the other day. Somebody caught this on their live webcam. I mean, their camera, their nighttime camera, flying across their camera, their security camera, and it looks like it has some of the attributes that is showing up. This thing was flying across their live camera. That's how it showed up right there. I gotta get this one light out right there. That's how it showed up on their camera as it went across their little balcony. Okay, and that's all good. It's all good if you're just tuning in. We're going to look at these cubes. These were the screenshots that I had taken, and they build like a Tetris, like a Tetris, like a Minecraft. They're interchangeable. These cubes rearrange themselves, and you know, NASA has a product that does it too. They do. And you have Minecraft, you have Tetris. I've never played any of these, but I want you to look at these. They're all around the cubes. There's something with the cubes. And look, this literally does look like it's a layer if you're just tuning in. Amy Gill, honey, you're my first person on here commenting. So welcome, Amy, honey. It's nice to have you on here commenting with me. It really is. So we're going to look at this because this has... This is a kind of interesting. And you can see it also has some of the color spectrum in here. Hello there, Spirit. It has some of the color spectrum in here, and they are our cubes. You ain't going to see no circles. Well, you might see some circles, but you know, NASA had came up with this thing where NASA could put how to put a cube in a circle, and they managed to do it, or how to put a cube, fit a cube in a circle inside of a cube. They did it. But we've done those videos before. But let's look at this. This is the live webcam, and you can't just dismiss it. Well, it's just look at the color spectrum. Look how the colors are changing here, and this is through the live webcam, and we showed some of this. And look at the cubes. It really does appear as if some kind of a matrix is up there, an interdimensional matrix, the way that these things can rearrange themselves, the colors that come from them, it really does. Hello there, Marcy, honey. The colors that come from them, you can see them. They look really, these cubes look like they have light coming from them, waves of light. You can see by the contrast, the different shading and stuff like that. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We're talking about these live webcams. We're talking about the cubes is what we're talking about. We've got 97 people watching, and yeah, we do. Let's look at this. So started noticing them. We started noticing them how long ago? Even when we was doing the plasma back in like in Dublin, Ireland, some of these cubes were showing up in the clouds. They were. They were showing up on the live webcams in New Mexico and Argentina. Now, see, look at these. Now, remember the QR codes that you see in the store. The QR codes you see in the store. You got the checker, and you got a checkerboard, a black and white checkerboard. You got the whatever it is, the whoever they are that they use the black and white. Okay, this right here, this is much greater than, I believe, much greater than just interference from solar flares and things like that. There's something much more to it. Something much more. Oopsie. Oh, come on. Why did you have to jump so many like that? They did. They jumped so many like that. Let's get over here because you just tune in and we're going to look at this because they're going somewhere with it. We really are. Hello there. I'm Crush from England. Frank, honey, hello. So we got you going on. We got around 4 people and 100 people watching. I'm not sure if they keep people from commenting or people don't want to comment because they don't really know what to say, but it's okay to comment on here. We will not bite, but look at this. So we're trying to figure out this and the matrix. Let me see how this looks in the invert. Oh, oh, yes. It's even cool in the inverted mode, which is the haunting mode on your cell phone. If you have a cell phone, these are the cubes that show up, the pixelization of cubes. This is a whole nother dimension. Interdimensional cubes are coming through. Can y'all hear me? You know what they did? Let me tell you what they did. If I can just flip this around, let me get this off this. If I can just flip this on, they are dropping the chat. They are literally, they've got a governor on the chat and they're cutting the chat. They're cutting the people watching. They're dropping them. They're dropping their connection and then bringing them back on. That's what's happening because of the subject matter. But it's okay. I still do the subject matter regardless. Let's flip this back around at these cubes. You can see them in the inverted mode. They are on here still. They are. I don't claim to be a scientific person. I can't say that I don't have any knowledge like that on the inside of me, somewhere on the inside of us. I think we all have a lot of knowledge on the inside of us that is not tapped into, that is available if we can tap into that. See, look at this. This is the camera. Hello there from St. Louis, Missouri. That's perfect. You can be in St. Louis. Let me look at this. So this is what it looks like normal before that sun comes into action and it does something to it. This is a live webcam taxi, and then these come into play. Look at that. And what's interesting, as these are, as that's in action, if you slow it down, which we have done before, these cubes rearrange themselves. They do. Look at, oh my gosh, look how this looks. They literally, they go like this and this and this and this. It is very interesting. It's super interesting. Look, you have 2 that are quite similar. This one and this one. And then you come over here, you have one that is kind of similar to it right there also. And look at these nodes that hang down. There's something to nodes, and this ties into, you know what else this ties into? I'm just going to tell you right now what these cubes tie into are the Bitcoin mining and nodes, the race to find the nodes, the race to find the missing part. Yes, this ties in all with this too. And it may sound strange, but it has something to do with nodes. It's the computers. It's all of it. It's like a matrix thing, like a massive maze. Now, see, look at all of this right here. And remember the QR codes and see how these come up. Look at all the different colors. This is really amazing. We actually caught these cubes. We've said it before. We've caught these cubes building a third tower on the WeWork building. On the WeWork building, these cubes were arranging themselves to tried to replicate the tower. They were building like a third tower next to one of the towers on that building of the WeWork. And these were flying around too. These things are there's something to these. There's something to the blacks and there's something to the whites that show up in here. Oh, I just wanted to let you all see how this looks like. You just turning in. Welcome. Welcome for tuning in right here. We're talking about it. Man, I wish they would not be cutting that. They are dropping people off of this live stream. They drop it from 100 down to 74, and then they'll pop it right back up. They're literally dropping people off. If you're watching it, they're dropping people off. Let's, okay, now see how we get this right here, the color spectrum. Hello. Yeah, let me get this. Boom. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We can see some more of this. We're going to get to the matrix. I just wanted to show you some of the screenshots that I took from that camera that was supposed to be like doing whatever it's doing, okay? And unless you're going to do the research, don't discount it unless you can do the research yourself and you can piece together the pieces of the puzzle. You see how these looks, and it could. It's people going to say, well, it's just it's disruption from the solar flares, the satellites and stuff. That's fine and that's fine and dandy. It is fine and dandy. It's fine and dandy, but it's so much more than that too. Breaking the matrix, they're going to break that matrix. So we got the matrix cube. This is a screenshot, and I've got the document pulled up. Look at these cubes. So the figure 1 is the matrix cube, and each time step of the network, this is considered networks. These are networks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see them up there. Network 1, 2, 3, 4 is represented as an adjacency matrix. So there's more matrix. There's different matrix. There's different, look, there's different layers. The matrix cube represents from stacking those matrices. Red edges of the cubes hold the nodes. These nodes, you know that Bitcoin uses nodes. When you go to mining, you got to mine the nodes. You got to bring up the nodes. You got to bring up the nodes in the Bitcoins. Let me show you something. Bitcoin nodes. I was reading about the nodes this morning. And it's funny that the matrix talks about the nodes, isn't it? Bitcoin nodes. Nodes in mining. I mean, this ain't about Bitcoin, but they use the words nodes. Look at this. Miner nodes are the participants responsible for verifying transactions and adding them to the blockchain. And you know, we got the blocks, the cubes, and proof of blockchain. Mining requires a lot of computational power to solve complex puzzles. However, they also receive the cryptocurrency rewards in return for their work. So crypto nodes. So we got the nodes here. Are crypto nodes. What are they and how do they work? Do Bitcoin nodes make money? What can I do with a Bitcoin node? Okay, this is not about Bitcoin. I'm just going to tell you right now. What I'm talking about here is we're talking about this matrix. We're talking about the matrix here. Stacking these up, we got the cubes. The matrix cube results from stacking matrices. The red edges, which those are, I have no idea how this works. Red edges of the cube hold the nodes and the corresponding to have them correspond to the rows and columns. So this red holds the stuff together, which doesn't make sense to me. Of the constituent adjacency matrices. So these are matrices. These are different levels, and something's holding them together. How many do they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 layers that way. How come they got 6 layers that way? And only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be like dimensions? Dimensions, maybe? I don't know. The blue edges of the cube hold time steps. Slicing the cube along one of the vertex dimensions yields a vertex slice. So look how these black and whites are together right there. Let me put this back to me. You're just tuning in. Welcome. Welcome. So I've stuck it onto here. I have stuck these matrix cubes onto here. And you can see that these also have cubes. These cubes are just going all over the place. They don't even have a place right now. They're big cubes, they're small cubes. They don't even have their place. They're not like in the cube itself, but maybe they are, and maybe they're just vigilante little cubes that are just, they've lost their way or they're trying to get mined. Now, if we lived in a matrix, maybe these cubes that are flying around on here that are really all out there in that matrix, maybe they need to be mined. Maybe they need some nodes. Maybe they, look at them. They're all over the place. And then of course I've stuck the QR code. Now you got the QR codes that you have to scan, and these QR codes, they match in stuff like this. And some of these codes right here, when we was looking at the Tennessee live webcams, these things were all in the sky. They were showing up in the sky in different types of arrangements. If you can see right here, it's got to do with the cubes. Look at this right here. If you were put these to the side, look at this. You could say that one of these things right here, they could be part of, if you rearrange these things right here, they could make a barcode. They really could. And you've got this matrix cube. You got vertex slices. You got adjacent matrices. You're just tuning in. Welcome. We're kind of getting started here. We're going to come over here to the matrix cubes. And I found these like that. Look at this, how you can do the squares and the cubes, and they're numbered. The power of the matrix. The power of the matrix. And look at this. Look how many slices they got. Look at that. You see these right here. Just keep your eye on this, and let's go to the one picture. Where is the one picture where you kind of sort of, you can see them in the background. No, I wanted to try to see some of that matrix, some of this matrix stuff right here in the background of some of these screenshots, because it's right in your face. It's right in your face on this this live webcam. I just got to get to it to show the one that had it on there, because it was like, wow, are you kidding me? No, they're not kidding me. They're serious. They're so serious what they're doing with these live webcam. It's much more than what we think. It really is. Here's how some of them look. I want to get to the one. I got to make it really big so you can see this regular camera. It's the matrix. You could say the matrix is breaking. It's breaking down. You can say it is. And it's not good. Let me see. This is not the one. And it's got all these color spectrums. Look at right here. These are different layers. That's why some are showing up in the forefront. See, you can see some of these the cubes a lot better than you can the ones behind it, because it's layers. It's different types of layers that's taking place, just like this right here. They're different layers. They're at different levels. I wanted to get to the thing that was showing the one thing really. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Look at these. See that right there? This is from the live webcam. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the matrix and the live webcam and the cubes and the QR codes and all of this kind of stuff, how they're all tied in with the matrix. Somehow, some way, we got it going on. We have got it going on. Look at this right here. See the squares. And we're going to come over here to this right here. You got the squares right here. You do. You got it. This is the research grade, the representation of a matrix and a cube. What if Earth? What if Earth is square? The New Jerusalem is supposed to be square. Okay, but we got a cube here. We got a cube. We got the matrix thing right here. What was my last thing that I was looking at? Because I got myself distracted. Right here. See it? Right here. This is the live webcam. We've got the thing going on right here. So we're going to move from there. If you're just tuning in, we got a representation. You got these things about pass, the ABC. We got all these pass, square and cube adjacency things. And you've got, oh, did I do this right here? The networks, look, the PDF visualizing dense dynamic networks with matrix cubes. Now look how they're rearranged themselves. See that down there right there? Uh-huh. You do see it. You see it right there. That's how these things are popping up on the live webcam. These squares, they're different color squares and things like that. Where is this is called the research gate. See how they're trying to fit them all into one cube? And they're just, they're going around all by themselves. I had one pulled up. Where is it? Right here. It's the PDF visualizing of this cube. If you're just tuning in, this is like the live webcams. This is the PDF. This is like the maybe the white paper on it. Let me try to see if I can get it big. It's a space-time cube metaphor. That's me. Space-time cube metaphor. Metaphors are used frequently in interface design to help user understand new and unknown system or object by referring to existing systems which they are already familiar. Okay, you got a mental knob. Space-time cube. A space-time cube. Why do you got to have a space-time cube? I don't know, but we got it. We do. We got the matrix cube. We got the adjacency matrices. And here's some visuals right here. This is what I did a thing of right here. You can see it right here. Is this the Minecraft? Listen, honey. Red helmet, honey. There is something to it. There is something to it. Why do you think they got you able to play Minecraft all the time? Why do you think they got that going on? We got this cube, the Rubik's Cube. Of course, the Rubik's Cubes. Why did the Rubik's Cube have to have the different colors that it had? It does. It's got the different colors, and these have the different colors too. They do. So, we got red edges for this Rubik's Cube. Did we see blue? We got the red. They got the blue edges. They've thrown in some green too. I don't know all the colors of the Rubik's Cube. Does somebody know all the colors of it? Because I'm sure that that plays a role with these matrices right here. We want to get down here and see the rest of this paper over here. You see how the cubes are like floating around? They're just floating around in here. They're sporadic. They're sporadic inside this cube. Those smaller cubes are sporadic. Just like on here. We've got cubes that are literally floating around on the inside of here. They're all different sizes, just like in here. There's big ones, there's small ones. They're all trying to find their place inside this thing. And they have names. They got names on them too. They do. So that's really interesting right there. We got the cubes. We got there's something to the Rubik's Cube. This is really, it's mind-boggling. If you think about it, if you're just tuning in, this is a live webcam. And we're talking about the matrix cube over here. They got something called the cubics. Let's get down here. I mean, you can look at this. It's perfect. It's perfect. See, look at the different shades that you see right here. The different shades of the cubes. You got them. The different sizes of the cubes, the slice rotation, they can slice it. Look. So we got some of these examples right here. Look at the G in it. You see the G? You see the two sides of it right here. One here, one here. Let's come over to our one visual that we had because it had two sides to it. Where was the one that had two sides that we were, oh, they were practically identical when we were looking at them. They had that exact shape. They had the exact shape as that one, if I can find them. I want to find them. We did pull it up. The exact shape on here. I'm trying to get to them because they were identical to that. They had two columns on there. Let me see if I can find them. I haven't found it yet. I'm trying to get over here and see how there was two that were kind of identical. Well, okay, well, just these right here. It was these two right here. We had this one like this. You can see the column here. You have the one column here, the one column here. You had the thing in between. You have that. Okay, you see that? One here, and something in between. Where's our paper? You see they got that there too. They got it right there. You can see it at a visual right here. You got one column here, and you have the thing in between. Now, I've already lost the one that I had blown up. Where on earth was it at? I've got too many things opened. Was it this one? Yeah, it was like that one. The same thing right there. You see it? Right there in the center. It's the same concept. The time is like a matrix. We got a matrix thing going on. It really does look like it. The color and cell size mapping and stuff. Time. This all has to do with time too. You got 3D cube looking for the 3D. We live in a 3D reality. We got cells and stuff like that. Temporal trends. cubelet widget. Now, see, I've seen the word widget show up on the YouTube Studio live stream. Say you don't have enough width, you don't have enough bandwidth or something, open up a widget. Well, now we know the widget is something that has to do with a cube. Open up the widget. See, look at these. Look at the different things that it can do. Okay, so we got that. I'm not going to do that. You all look at, we got the Alma, whatever. The Alma is the Atacama large millimeter sub-milliliter thing array. I thought it said 666. No, it said 66. 66. The brain function activity. So these things are intelligent. We got some brain functioning going on. You do with the patterns, the regions between regions of the brain under the different stimuli. EEG. Oh, wow, this is really in depth. We got neurologists mapping out our maps and stuff. Wow. This has to do with your brain. We're mapping out your brain using the cubes. My lips are getting chapped. Mapping out your brain. Okay, that's fine. Well, obviously, your brain is part of the matrix too. If you think about it, your brain is part of the matrix. So how did we end up with the brain on here? I have no idea. But we're talking about the live webcams. We're talking about the rearranging of these cubes on here. The brain connectivity, region sample, 15 steps, overall detail, vertex projection view of your brain. Okay, so we got the visuals and things like that. Let's get back over here, you all. This was the Tarquina live webcam, and this is what we've got going on, and it does look like a matrix. It looks like a matrix thing. It's much more than satellite disruption that is taking place. It's much more than that, because these cubes, you have to ask yourself, how do these cubes bring forth the representation of a light come through something that doesn't even exist unless there's another dimension right there? Because it really does look like there is light coming through on the other side of this digital world. You can see right here, the colors are literally there. Yeah. Let's look at this. So we got some of this going on, and it's been coming on. This has just started recently. It's getting more and more pronounced. When you go look at some TV shows and see how the different layers are. Some are up in the forefront, but if you look behind them, some of them are not. Some of them are way back there behind. So this would represent the different layers. And look at this, how it's layered. Look at the different layers and different arrangements of these cubes, more or less. And also down here. Up here is what it looks like. The matrix cube right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth dimension, you could say fourth dimension, but then what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The layers. And the Rubik's Cube. The cubes hold the nodes. The matrix cubes and the nodes, and Bitcoin needs the nodes. They need the nodes, and we got dimensions. Vertex, vortex, digital artifacts, the blob, honey. You can think whatever you want to, but until you go watch the video on this YouTube channel where we watched and documented while the live webcam was going on, these cubes were arranging themselves one upon the other, side by side, and trying to replicate a third tower of the WeWork building in Tennessee. You got to go watch that video and then come back and ask yourself, how on earth, why were these digital artifacts trying to replicate a tower on the WeWork building? Because they are intelligent. That's what happened. This is much greater than some people may realize. It's much, much more greater. We've been following these cubes. But this is getting a little bit more. And we got the QR code. And it fits right in here with these cubes. It sure does. Look at that. It's not a coincidence that the QR code mimics this stuff right here. It's not a coincidence at all. Jesse, honey, you go ahead and build that new earth. I think that's wonderful. Now see, look down here. Look how these cubes are rearranging themselves. Look how they're rearranging themselves. Let's look over here. Different layers, just like in here. You got some different layers here. They got different arrangements. These cubes are like the same width as this cube right here. Yes, we got to get it together. We got to get our lives together. That Rubik's Cube, there's much more to that Rubik's Cube than meets the eye. And those colors on that Rubik's Cube mean something. The original Rubik's Cube, those colors mean something on the Rubik's Cube. They have some kind of meaning. The Rubik's Cube, they mean something. They really do. The colors are significant. Let me just pull one up. These are the colors on the Rubik's Cube. It's all the colors. They mean something. They're significant. See, they can rearrange themselves too. They can. They can rearrange themselves and they can get all scrambled up and then they can get in a row. Just like that. So, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you may not agree. You may not agree. And I can assure you, I may not agree with you either. May not agree with you whatsoever. But it's all right. In the big scope of life, there's something going on. Something great. Something life-altering going on is safe to say. Life-altering is literally going to change our life forever. Our lives are going to be changed forever. The world we live in is going to change. We're going to have a catastrophic mutating event, cyber event is what's going to happen. So I am going to go, you all. And I don't claim to be an expert in anything, but I like to share and just throw things out there that look quite interesting and similar to the things in our real world, like that. And the nodes and the Bitcoin and all of this kind of stuff. So, yeah. I'm not going to respond to some comments. I'm not, but I am going to go, you all. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. And if you have not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You may think, but Gina, honey, you done lost it. I don't know if I want to listen to somebody who says some wild, off-the-wall ideas. Well, they might be wild. They might be off the wall. But I'm getting myself in trouble for some strange, unknown reason. I am, and shadow banned. But there's something to this. Thank you all for giving this video a thumbs up. There's something going on. There is something going on. And the cube is a big part of our life, a massive part of our life. And these levels and these layers and these arrangements and these nodes and the QR codes and all of these black cubes, white cubes, these cubes and AI and all of it. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me see this. We made it without a single moderator on here. Can you imagine that? That's all right, you all. We can do it. Good night, Tets. Jesse Israel. You're so welcome, Heather. Love you all too. Y'all, please give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. It is now 3:07 on February the 18th of 2024. That's right. Love you.